Okay, here's an interesting curiosity of a reaction, hopefully with some chemistry to be explained. We're going to set up a sugar density gradient with different layers of solution as indicated on the paper here. So you can see the first layer will be 10 centimeters cubed of a solution made from 120 grams of sucrose dissolved in 90 centimeters cubed of water, to which we're going to add a little bit of hydrochloric acid, and then the rest of the solutions are there for you to see. All right, let's make a start on that. So the first solution is about 10 centimeters cubed into the bottom there of the most dense sugar solution. And we're just going to acidify that with a little hydrochloric acid, just a few drops. Give that a quick stir. Nice swirling. And then on to the second layer. Now, in order to do the remaining layers, we'll be using this layering tool that fits into the top of the measuring cylinder quite easily and just allows me to run the solutions down quite quickly into the measuring cylinder. If you haven't got a layering tool, you can use a pipette. It just takes a little longer. Right, so the second layer is quite complex. We've got 10 mils of the same sugar solution that we started off with, and we've got 10 centimeters cubed of another lower density sugar solution. Into that, once we've mixed on the beaker, there they are, give them a swirl. We're going to introduce 1 gram of potassium hydroxide, so we're going to make that very basic indeed. So the potassium hydroxide goes in, and we give it a quick swirl. It dissolves quite quickly. So almost gone. And into that we're going to add 0.15 grams of luminol. There's the luminol, slightly pale greenish grey there. So there's a canister for it came off. And we'll pour that in on top, making sure all that goes in. And continue to swirl it. It's dissolving quite nicely. You should see the solution becoming pale yellow in colour now. Let's be very careful with this because it's quite corrosive with all that potassium hydroxide. Almost gone. And there, that will do for today. And then the last component is to put in 15 centimeters cubed of this 6% hydrogen peroxide solution. Let's measure it out carefully. And that joins the other things in the beaker. And it goes. Then gives them a swirl. And then that goes into the measuring cylinder, down the layering tool. You can see it running down the side there. Once that's running in, we can prepare the next sugar solution. And you see the layering tool takes its time, doing what it's supposed to do, and the solutions are running in quite gently. And there we have it, and then the next layer of sugar solution goes in on top. Then we've got 15 centimetres cubed of yet another lower density sugar solution, and the idea is that we are separating the luminol and potassium hydroxide and the hydrogen peroxide from the final layer, which is going to be 10 centimetres cubed of 0.5 molar iron 3 chloride. Now that is of course quite acidic, and it will also react with the potassium hydroxide to precipitate out iron 3 hydroxide as a dark brown solid, and that's what you see when the two layers meet. So in goes the iron 3 chloride. That's good. Let's just detach the layering tool and give it a quick rinse. And then the last thing that we're going to do is to add some little piece of magnesium, about 1.3 centimetres in length, and we've coated one side with manganese dioxide, and we've stuck that onto the magnesium using super glue and dried it out, and we're just going to pop those into the top. So in they go. And you should be able to see that some sank to the bottom quite quickly. These have in fact been used before, so we can recycle them. And what we're looking for is some kind of activity where they begin bobbing up and down, diving. So let's see if that happens. Tilting it slightly towards the camera there. You might be able to hear them fizzing on the top. That's the magnesium reaction with the acidic iron 3 chloride. Well, this is far more interesting. They're not ducking and diving yet, but we're going to move straight down. It's going so quickly, this one. Straight into the darkened room. So let's go there now. Transfer the whole lot. Oh, just got some activity there from the diver. So that goes into the dark spot. There's the camera. And we just need to reduce the light. So now one can see the activity of the luminol. We've got a lot of bubbles being produced there. And there's one of the divers ducking down. Still a bit light. And the camera does find it difficult to focus in the dark, but you can now see those divers are getting on quite well. And in fact, in this particular one, they catalyzed quite a effervescent reaction.